Hey y'all, welcome back. So earlier I made a video and I talked about not comparing where you are to where you expect to be or where you want to be. And now I want to add a layer to that. Let's talk about how that involves self-acceptance, or how self-acceptance plays into that, and what self-acceptance is. Self-acceptance by no means is thinking or telling yourself that you're perfect or that nothing needs to change. But self-acceptance does mean you're acknowledging that who you are, where you are right now, is not permanent. It involves accepting your qualities, your strengths, your weaknesses, and the experiences that are happening in this moment, in the present, as part of who you are. And looking at those things without judgment, without harsh criticality, and accepting that none of that is fixed, even if that means accepting imperfections. Your imperfections are all things that once you're aware of, you can change, remove from your life, turn into new characteristics, new strengths. But you have to accept them for being present and being something you can change. Self-acceptance also means you accept yourself for who you are without somebody else's approval. You don't need external validation to come in and strengthen or reinforce the idea of who you are. You may receive praise from the outside, from people that are close to you. There's nothing wrong with that. But if your image of yourself, your idea of who you are, and your acceptance of that person relies upon that approval or that validation, that's not self-acceptance. That's validation. I think one of the most important parts, if not the most important part, is owning your story. Self-acceptance means you know where you've come from, what you've changed from, the trials and tribulations you've risen up out of to get where you are now. And you accept the story that you are writing for yourself, even though you're only writing it one day at a time. Because as much as we may love the ideas that we have about the future, we only have this moment, right? And when we accept that this is what matters, and that our story is constantly changing, that, I think, is the most important part of your self-acceptance, because it allows you to move freely into whatever story you're writing for yourself, without judgment, without expectation, and without the need for other people's approval, knowing that you can make the best for yourself, and of every situation that's presented to you that you want or that's available. People sometimes say that they accept themselves for exactly who they are, but then don't allow themselves to change or grow. They get a very rigid idea of who they were at some point in time in their life, and then they just hang on to that. That's not self-acceptance. That's refusal to grow. And none of us were meant to stay the same forever. Whether that means in one place, as one version of ourselves, or doing just one thing. Our brain, our body, our spirit, it's all malleable. It's all moldable into whatever we can make it. So accept that you can become whatever you want. Accept that that means that may involve having to let go of old things about yourself. Accept that that also means you'll find and learn new things and become a new version of yourself. And then enjoy the ride the best you can. I hope that helps. And I hope somebody needed to hear that today. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you like this video and you want to keep up with these. Or just leave me a comment and let me know if you're working on your self-acceptance. Bye, y'all. I'll talk to you later.